I know. I was told to announce to all the players. There was an announcement earlier. I know that referees are invited as well. I'm assuming staff, but I don't run the show. Yeah. I don't want to say something that well, Gary told me. At 5 o'clock, yes.
This is our new fireworks application launched for Fire Sticks and Android devices. If you got an iPhone, you can hit us up for another platform. But you get all your movies, TV series, all your sports, and 24/7 channels. You get your dog TV, you get your billiard TV. You can sign up at facebook.com/letsgetstreaming to send me a message. Use that QR code in the top right, and we'll see you soon. Oh man, I am dropping some frames. I don't even know why. Maybe I should have rebooted my modem at home before I started this. If I do it now, it's going to kill the stream. but it looks, I don't know why. I normally don't have any problems. This is TvMike trying to do a syndicast from the Parasport World Championships for our Ohio fans and viewers. Of Charlie Hans from the Cincinnati area. 13-time wheelchair champion at the APA wheelchair event. That's what I was told. 13 times? Hopefully the internet will improve. I mean, like I said, the only thing I can do is just kill it and restart it, but it's terrible to do that. I already shared it all over. I mean, it's not using the VPN. Why is this doing this? Yeah, it's dropping. This really sucks, but I'm gonna reboot my modem. Subscribe to the channel. Just come back to the channel in like 5 minutes. Alright, crisis is averted. I got my hotspot in here as well as my cable, and I restarted the cable. So it looks like we have more of a stable connection. I couldn't tell you why that's happening, but Spectrum's been acting up lately. So Charlie won the first game. This is a race to 7. If you haven't been following us, this is the Parasport Games from Los Angeles, California at the Convention Center, put on by the WPA, World Pool Association, and the Joy Company. There's 3 divisions in this tournament. There's a ladies division. There is a wheelchair division, which is wheelchair only competitors, and there is a standing division if you're not in a wheelchair but you do have a qualification for a parasport disability to play in this event. Joy has partially compensated the players with travel expenses and food for the entire event, and this is truly a world championship of these players. And they're working on the whole idea of this event, I believe, is they want to put this into the Olympics, and an association such as Joy Tables, they're putting tons of money in this event. They got the entire digital pool crew out there. Everything is on digital pool. Look at that. Look at that. How do you miss that ball? How does that ball not go in, right? So if you don't know, we're playing on the Chinese 8-ball tables. This event is now called HEYBALL. This game is played on 9-foot tables. Or some event, I was like, streaming from the car, remote broadcasting from the Derby, if I remember. That's what I was doing. Technology sure has come a long way since I started this journey, before just about almost anyone, really, about 14 years ago. Alright, yeah, the internet's good now. The internet's good. So we can sustain some viewers. Hit that share button. Post it to your groups. If you're a friend of Charlie's, reshare it. Please subscribe on the YouTube channel. We have 4,000 subscribers now. This YouTube channel is only about a year old. So he's playing Dzhulai Oleksandr. And originally I was like, UA, what is that? Like, or AE, or there's a two country abbreviation, which is universal. And it says where the players are from. It says UA. I thought it was like the United Arab Emirates, but that's UAE. And then I looked and I was like, oh, okay, it's the Ukraine. As we can see in the back of his shirt. So from the Ukraine. There's a really fine person who makes blanks for cues, and they make blanks for other companies, but he has made a lot of blanks for Jacoby. Those like quadruple butterflies that you see, those blanks are made by I forget his name, Stefanov or Ivan something. He's from the Ukraine. So this is the second stage of the event, and it's single elimination from this point. So you got to put your best of your best out there to make sure you don't lose your match. Now this is really interesting. It's difficult to deal with, but at this point I think the players have learned that with a 2-hour shot clock, your goal is to get 2 games ahead of the other guy before the 2-hour game clock is up. Because technically it's a race to 7. Okay, but it's also a race to, you have to be ahead by the time the 2 hours are up. You're also a winner. And then, and very interesting enough as well, if you are tied when the 2-hour time limit is up, match time, you play a shootout. And I've seen a few of these so far, and yes, they are pretty exciting, but for me to have it come down to 1 ball to decide who wins, is that really right? But it is what it is. And this is all ball fouls, even with the competitors that some of them have no arms and 1 arm and different tools and things that they bring to the table, a bridge, a rolling bridge utility, different kind of apparatuses or whatever. If they touch another ball or you move another ball when you're setting up, it's still ball in hand. So I imagine it's the same thing for the handicap guys in the wheelchairs. So you got to be careful. Don't move a ball in hand penalty. And from what I understand, it's also 3 fouls. So if you manage to like hook your opponent 3 times, they scratch 3 times in a row, I believe that's loss of game. Wow. That ball almost did not go in because he had so much speed. It's got to find the heart of the pocket. Like I've said many times, I would really like to enjoy to play on one of these tables, try it out, hit a couple racks of balls and just see how difficult it is, and try to get the feel of the pockets and the speed and everything. It's a total different experience than, you know, any other table outside of maybe a 10-foot snooker table would be your closest. These are 4-inch pockets. You can see how small they are to be able to pocket a ball when the player misses and it's just hanging. See, that shot right there wasn't even close, but he's got the cue ball all the way up table. You would think this is still an easy shot, but you never know. If you're not center pocket, it's not going in. So, all right, it's 1-1. I'm probably mispronouncing this gentleman's name from the Ukraine. Maybe I could Google it, but Dzhulai, the Z is probably almost silent, but Dzhulai Oleksandr. Kind of like Alexander, but with an O. 1-1. Each table has a referee, and at times when they have the shootouts, they usually have 2 referees on it. Is that Ricky? You know what? I know this guy. I gotta see his face, but it looks like Ricky, who I've known longer than I've been streaming pool. He's from Michigan. I want to say it's Ricky Mitchell. Man, it's been so long since I've seen him. Oh man, we got a special guest coming in. Let me get that going for you. I mean, this is a real treat, and honestly, hopefully it works. I don't have to struggle with this technology, but I did set it up on this machine before when we were doing some other stuff. I have a special guest. Let me make sure this works. And it's not the other special guest. I want to try to See if I can get my buddy in here. He's going through a lot of stuff in the hospital right now, actually, and he could use our support. I said, hey man, let me get you in here. Maybe we can get some of your buddies to give you some support. And he does a nice job adding everything. We've done some really cool stuff together, actually, over the years. Well, I can't say there's a ton of live viewers right now, but hopefully people will enjoy this stuff later and check it out. This music is too loud. Anybody watching out there in Facebook land? These guys must have me just like just totally busted to the world. I mean, I got like I must be throttled or shadow banned or something again. I don't get it. I mean, I see we're live, but it's just nobody. There's like one viewer, so I don't know. I don't think that's right. Got a few people on YouTube. And I'm trying to get our special guest in here to chat with us remotely. I don't know if he can make it in here. Where is he? It takes like 3 seconds to click a link. No luck so far getting him in. I mean, I sent him the link. I don't know why he wouldn't be able to connect. Yeah, that's definitely Ricky. He's been involved in pool and refereeing and helping out with events for 15 years, really. He's going to have to pull this cue ball. Oh, okay. He might be playing safe, actually. He might try to hook him on this ball. That's a thing I've learned from watching these guys. They have learned that you don't necessarily have to play like some jam up the balls on the other ball frozen to a rail. If you leave it long, that's generally almost good enough of a safety to get to the next inning. This might be. That will count if that goes in. Charlie Hans going for the deep pass. Now this changes the game. This ball's now obscured. Does he want to play safe or does he want to make the one? Set up for a bank on the 2 or duck right here. He's probably going to hide. This is going to be a tough game to win for either player at this point, really. Because they're going to be so interested in trying to hide that they can get anything going offensive with them balls up there. If anything, I wouldn't even make that ball. He tried to make it, but it's a two-way shot regardless. But Charlie's now got a probably one rail kick to this, I'm thinking. Well, he's in the hospital, so they're probably firewalling the Zoom connection. But I told him drop off the hospital internet and just use his regular phone, and we'll probably be able to get him in here. I mean, I am a tech person for a reason. Alright, so this is not too bad defensively. I mean, this is really tricky. This table plays its own character in the match, really. It's like your coach, because, like, does this position on the table tell me to play safe? Does this position on the table tell me to just try to get out? Most of the time, it tells you to play safe. If he can make this in the side, though, he's going for it. I know that. Nice shot. Now he's got a choice to bank this cross side or cut it in the side. I think he cuts it. And he spears it. Alright, it's 2-1 in favor of Charlie from the United States, from Cincinnati, Ohio area. If you guys are watching out there, send me a message on Facebook. I don't care if you're on YouTube. Just tell me you're watching. I see a few people, but I don't know if it's true. So let's see. I started the streams like 5 minutes before we started the match, so we're into a half hour into it, 25 minutes into the set. Now, if the players choose to have a player break, the referee will stop the game clock. So we kind of got to estimate what 2 hours is. So you're not only playing your opponent, you're playing the table, you're playing the time clock. And at this stage of the game, you just want to get 2 games ahead of your opponent. So right at the end, they can't get the next game to get into a shootout to tie it up. And whether or not you reach 7 or not, as long as you're ahead at the 2-hour mark, you are the winner. And like I said, this is single elimination. At this point in the event, stage 2, you do not want to lose if you want to continue through the event. So chances are I'll do another match after this one. Probably at 6 o'clock. Well, I'm going to try to restart Zoom here. trying one more time to get my guests in here. If not, I'm probably just hanging up. He's in the hospital. He'll be like, I'm tired now. I want to rest. I don't blame you. He just had surgery a couple weeks ago. Too much rail. This table really challenges your fundamentals. I mean, if you're not dead money, if you're jumping up, if you're moving your body, you have no chance. That will count. That's a fluke or a slop or another word, as we say in the United States of America, but that does count in the rules. Let's see, ball in the hand. Man, that's going to be kind of tough. I mean, you got this 10 ball. You got to run into this ball. Wow. He's got rail first on the 11. If he hits it perfect with some good pace, he might be able to come back out for the 10, or he's going to just play safe. Because obviously the 4 is not going to go anywhere if you leave the cue ball up table. So you might just try to get this by the hole. He leaves a bank shot. Or he's just gonna, well, he went for it. Wow. He did go for it. Now that changes everything. Now you just might play the table safety again. If you really want to shoot this ball, you want to follow the cue ball to play the 11 on the side. He might be going for this. Just really got to get in there. Oh, this is no easy shot though on the 4. Nothing natural for the 8. Unless he really takes it 2 rails of spin. Oh, now it's a murder game. I'd like to see him thin off this 11 and then hit the 10 and make his opponent's ball, but he's just going to play safe, and this is probably good. He can't even see the edge of the ball, or he's acting like he can't. And even if you get ball in hand, it doesn't really do all that much. Watch for it. No rail, no ball. Well, I mean, he's got ball in hand. Most people are going to try to break this out with a small, very subtle angle. Or you play it off the 4. But like I said, these pockets are different. The corners are rounded. Is it going to go right in if he plays it off the 4? We'll see. It looks like it might, but it might come high as well. Okay, went for the breakout. That's so wild, right? Like, that ball can't be made. That's a smart play. Charlie's on the 8, but he's got us a bank. You'll see lots of innings in these games. The table plays a huge part in it. He could also play safe. He can bump this ball. Are you there?
Hello from Columbus, Ohio.
How'd you do that? Did my tech support work?
Yeah, the reinstalling helped.
Yep. I know just about everything, it seems, when it comes to stuff like this. So thanks for joining us. Hopefully this lifts your spirits a little bit. Or your nurse will be like, "What are you doing?"
I already explained to her what I was trying to do. She was like, "That's so cool."
Oh, that's awesome.
She said, "You know, you're sitting in a hospital room. You might as well do something, right?" I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, this table brother is a huge character in these matches. Huge.
Yeah, these Chinese 8-ball tables are brutal.
Are you aware of anyone in the state of Ohio that has one in a room?
As of right now, I don't.
I don't either.
But here in Columbus, they used to have two of them.
Really?
There was a place called Sam's Karaoke and Cue Box. They had a 9-foot Asian carom table. They had a 10-foot carom table.
Oh, just
They had
billiards, no pockets.
They had a 6x12 snooker table and 2 Chinese 8-ball tables.
Oh wow, they must have been the same ones then. Wow, ball in hand on the 8.
Yeah, that one's brutal. That might come back to bite him.
So if you guys don't know, this is our friend Derek Reynolds from Columbus, Ohio. He's currently in the hospital. Just had surgery about 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. Still recovering from that, so we wish him the best. And he knows Charlie, so I was like, yeah, I gotta come in here and do Charlie's gig.
Yeah, I've played multiple times against Charlie, and back when I first got here in the late '90s, up to Columbus, I was traveling to the Sleepless tournaments that Dan Cromer was running when it was the Sleepless in Sandusky.
Yeah, I did that a couple
we
times.
played in Cincinnati, which is now the Queen City Classic.
I mean, he's from Cincinnati area, right? Dayton,
Yeah, he lives
something
in
around there.
Middletown.
Oh, that's where he's from? Okay.
Yeah.
Where's
And,
Zach Malot's from?
So I would see Charlie at all these tournaments, and he was a nice guy. You know, we played some, had a good time. I even played on a team with him up in Sandusky. We made it to Sunday, but didn't really. I mean, we probably broke even for the weekend, but it was a good time. That was with Timmy Jr. and Senior.
Oh, Walters.
Timmy Walters.
Yeah. I know those guys.
Junior
yeah.
and Senior. And then Charlie, and I don't remember who the other guy was. But I had some good times with those guys. I learned a good bit from Charlie about, not really clearing a path for your opponent to get out on you until you know you've got the ideal run out. And in this HEYBALL championship plays right into his game.
Man, this is
because
so
it doesn't
brutal.
matter if you beat somebody 10-6 or 10-5 like the VNAA scoring or anything like that, and you're not spotting any games like BCA. You're just playing to win each game. If you can run out, you can run out. If you can't, play smart, play safe, and when you get your opportunity to finish the rack, you take care of it and you stay diligent.
Remember, I was telling you about the guy that had the 2 nubs. He was like one shot away from a break and run the other day on these tables. I mean, that absolutely blew me away. He just missed like the 8 or the shot before the 8, and it was. I mean, you're not going to run balls on these tables typically. I mean, this table is a great equalizer. And there's a lot of like just moving balls around just to leave the cue ball on the other end of the table, even if you can see it, because the distance of the table is almost a safety in itself.
It definitely is. You notice that a lot of people that play one pocket try and leave the ball at the far end of the table if they don't have an easy safe to play into the face of the rack or something like that, they'll play the ball up table and leave the least amount of opportunity. Well, you'll see that a lot from these guys because they can't get up and stretch out over the table like everybody else. They're using the bridge probably 50% of the time.
Oh man,
And
there's a lot of challenges.
And the height that you sit, you're right there. That was a nice shot, a nice cross-side bank there. But because of where they sit in the chair and where it comes up to the table, it kind of sometimes even jacks your stroke up a little bit.
It's tough to play in a chair, actually. I was out in Vegas doing ACS and VNEA Nationals and met a guy out there by the name of George Layton. And he was watching a stream and he helped me commentate. He happened to be a disabled dude in a wheelchair. And he's like, TvMike, let's have a wheelchair challenge. Me versus you. I was like, you mean I gotta sit in this chair and try to play pool? It was so hard. It was so hard. So you were the one that actually told me, and I shared this earlier with the viewers, you said Charlie's like a 13-time APA. 13 times? You know that for a fact?
I think he's won more than that.
13 times.
But in May, I went out for the Scotch doubles for APA. And we got to watch the finals because we got put out early. And we got to watch the finals of each of the matches. And, they were exciting. And, they were all singles and doubles matches. Well, they had the APA Parasport or wheelchair championships, and that was Charlie Hahn's 13th consecutive win for the APA Nationals.
Wow, that's incredible.
He has lost a couple matches in those years because it is modified single elimination.
But he always came out at the end.
He was still around. But in the APA, he's ranked as a 7. So he's racing everybody he plays to 5. And there are some guys in the wheelchair that play pretty sporty that are 4s and 5s where he has
and then he's giving weight. Yeah, on top of it.
He has to spot them 2 or 3 games. And, this year the guy was I think he was a 5, and Charlie had to spot him 5-3. And the other guy got 1 game, and Charlie ended up beating him 5-1.
I mean, this that's an incredible story, but like this table is a totally different story in itself from playing like on a bar table.
Yeah, because these are like oversized 8s. Is that right?
I mean, I think they're 9-footers. They say they're 9-footers. Zach gave me the spec, and I was like, I'm not gonna look at the millimeters on this or centimeters or whatever.
They're 9-footers, and they have snooker type rounded pockets, and that's what the Chinese 8-ball tables are. I've only seen 2 of them ever, and that was when I went to that Sam's karaoke and cue box, and it was so difficult to make a ball.
Yeah, I was saying
I was discouraged and left.
Right.
I thought it was just a regular pool hall, and they had little studios that you could rent and do karaoke, and then out around they had the tables that you could play on. And I didn't realize when I first went in.
Look at that. I mean, isn't that crazy? Look how small that pocket is with the ball right in there.
Yeah, you can't really hit the rail going in. The one thing I realized about that was there were no just white Americans playing in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly Asian American or South American, um, and a lot of them played three cushion or caroms. And money changed hands a bunch. They were all about the gamble,
Mm.
but
This would be a
I
hell of a
don't know,
table to
man.
do a gambling match
I,
on.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
That would be a tough table to be wanting to gamble on. I'll tell you.
mm-hmm. Well, he's got a pretty good opportunity here. It's just him and the 8, besides at 14, I believe. Now, I don't know if you were paying attention or if you've seen any of this, but the games, as I've been explaining, they're races to 7, but there's 3 ways you can win. Because in this, they have a 2-hour game match clock. And if you're ahead at the end of that 2 hours, you're the winner, regardless if you get to 7 or not. Most people aren't going to get to 7. Actually, at this point, Charlie's almost got this locked up because now he's up 4-1. So for there to even be a shootout, the other guy's got to tie it up within 2 hours. And we've already been playing an hour, so there's another hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes left in this match. So it's his opponent's has to get 3 more wins just to have a chance to tie to get the shootout.
Yeah, they kind of play that ultimate pool league that way too.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I get it.
Well, I mean, basically, it's the same thing. But it's bar table 8-ball.
Yeah.
But they have a 30-second shot clock.
Yeah, that's.
And
I was like, Mackie, can you
long.
play this? Can you play? Can you play in the 30-second shot clock? He's like, no, I probably can't do that.
I was pretty impressed with how Chris Mitchell played when he went there.
I agree.
He on his game.
He adapted pretty well.
It did get to him when it got to the 15-second shot clock, and he even admitted it. That 15-second shot clock is no joke.
Yeah, you can't think about what you're supposed to do, and 8-ball is about strategy.
You should have already known what you were doing before you got to that point.
I suppose that's
what
right.
he said.
Yeah.
He said, and sometimes you don't think that because you don't know what's going to happen when you got to break a ball out or something like that. So. Maybe I shouldn't have shunned my nose. Dinner actually looks good tonight.
Oh, yeah? Oh, they just...
And I've got some sort of turkey with gravy over it, some cooked carrots, some orange sherbet, and a ciabatta roll. Probably the best meal I've seen come through since I've been here.
Yeah, the first thing I said to you is, man, how's the food, man? It's got to be great.
Yeah. Can't complain about the scenery of the nurses, though.
Oh, okay, there you go. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, well, I get a nurse and a PCA every day. The PCA comes in and helps with anything that's not including passing meds and setting IVs and that kind of stuff.
He just hooked himself.
I think he had a plan. I don't know. When you come in on Zoom, you only get this smaller window, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm on an iPhone, so the amount of what I can see there is pretty limited.
Well, he's up 4-1. Charlie is. So if you just do the stall here, you're about guaranteed lock. If you just
Well,
like
yeah.
bump balls around and just slow play and I think these guys finally learned
what
that.
these match times and everything are about, is to keep people from just slow playing, but then it comes part of your strategy.
It becomes part of the game that you have to employ, really, because I've seen people post about it. They're like, well, if you're ahead by the end of 2 hours, you win anyway. So
Yeah.
it's to your advantage to just come out firing and just get up 2 games on the guy and then just keep a steady pace, and you're probably going to win the match. Now, I don't know if the Heyball events that they typically do that you've seen, maybe like, you know, when Alex Pagaline is playing or what have you, are those time matches as well?
Yeah, but they play a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You don't see those get to the time limit very often.
Is it race to 7 that you remember?
Yeah.
They pretty much just took the same format and said, we're going to put these guys in it and see how it ends up. Some of the matches have finished. I mean, I've seen several matches actually finish. It's crazy. I'm amazed, really. It's mostly blowouts, then. It's like 7-0, 7-1, 7-2.
Yeah.
Where the other player's dominating. If it's close, I mean, I can't see how you can finish it, really.
Depends on how open the rack gets.
Yeah.
With these guys breaking, it's not opening the rack much.
I've seen some pretty good breaks. Believe it or not, the guy with the foot, he broke the balls pretty good, man. I mean, it's unbelievable, that guy. You have to go back and watch some of that stuff. I mean, he's standing still, just bridging and struggling with his foot. I mean, the kind of balance and things he's got. That was just... And he's still in it. I'm pretty sure he's still in it. The brackets are on Digital Pool. That guy's name is Peng. The guy that shoots with his feet. Yeah, he's still in it, and he beat his man. He beat his 1 o'clock game 5-1. And now he's gonna play at 6. Maybe I'll try to get that against a guy from what is it? Australia. And I was saying, I mean, or I might not have said it, but I thought about it. Like, I don't know what the conditions are. Like, do you have to be born with this, you know, this situation, or can you?
I don't think so.
Because how could you wake up one day and be like, I'm going to shoot pool with my feet only? If the guy never had the ability to hold a cue, like, that just blows my mind. I mean,
well, Charlie was in a bad car accident, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to be a developmental issue.
Did he play before that?
Yeah. He was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
strong
Wow,
player
what a
then.
shot. What a shot there. Cutting the 6 with speed all up in the corner. Did his game fall off?
It fell off. From what I've heard, I didn't know him before he had his accident, but the two Walters, Tim and Tim, used to say that he was a beast playing 8-ball.
Miscue. That would be a foul.
Well, the good thing is there's still a pretty good-sized cluster in there, and this guy's going to have to run 3 or 4 balls to be able to snatch this game away.
5. Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including the 8. So there's only one ball that was pocketed, but that one is tied up on the 1 ball, which probably might get broke out here if he makes it. Nope.
You remember how I was talking about the height of the table and the wheelchair? If you notice, all these guys have that Keith McCready kind of sidearm stroke.
Yeah, I noticed that too, because that's
where
tough.
they're at on the table makes that extremely tough.
Yeah, because you're sitting down, you can't have like a vertical, like wrist position.
Again, he goes with the one pocket strategy. Roll that up table and make this.
I would have played that. Well, that's the shot I would have played, except I would have played it with the 10 ball too, to possibly break the other ball out. I mean, you would think if it was dead, it would just go, but it's still hung up in there.
A nice looking shot. It just didn't quite get there. Those rounded pockets got him.
Yeah, it's so easy to own the pocket here. We're looking at an hour and 10 minutes on the stream, and I started the stream probably 10 minutes before we started. Just after I talked, well, I was talking to you when I started the stream, but
yeah.
So we got about an hour left, and Charlie's up 3 games on him, ahead.
I kind of saw that one coming. He left that ball there specifically earlier.
I don't know if I would bank this ball to the 13. Apparently not.
I probably would have.
Because then you might break out the 10 anyway. Or no, whatever that ball is. It's tied up on the 1. But
right.
That's a stripe. That's
but
what. Oh, he's on.
Now he's going to play safe and try and make this 5. He missed both of them.
Yeah, I mean, that shows you right there. 2 balls are not fitting in this pocket.
No.
It's not even close.
And with the rounded pocket, you have to take into effect what English or what spin is on the ball coming out of that rounded pocket, because it makes a huge difference on how it moves.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because generally if you hit any part of the roundness, it doesn't go in with any kind of speed, but maybe if you slow roll it and then it's got some right or left on, depending on how it hits it, it might help it go in a little bit.
I think he wanted to be a little higher on that ball so he could come down for the 8. Let's see whether he tries to
I mean, he's not
juice
gonna.
it, go up and down the table, or whether he's just gonna try and roll it in and stick with the hard cut on the 8-ball.
It's pretty tough, yeah.
My guess is he's gonna roll it in. Oh no, he did try and juice it, and he didn't get there.
Well, that's another thing I noticed about these tables. They have like a slower cloth on them.
They probably have the snooker wool.
This might be able to get stolen, but I don't think it's going to go in. Oh, it did.
Wow, like it had eyes.
Yeah, I mean, he had so little room. He's got this match locked up. He might as well just. He might as well shake hands with this guy, really.
Yeah.
5-1.
Excellent shot there by Charlie.
5-1 with probably 50 minutes left. He might just finish it out, which is a rare occurrence, really. Let me run this promo here. This is our new fireworks application launched for Fire Sticks and Android devices. If you got an iPhone, you can hit us up for another platform. But you get all your movies, TV series, all your sports, and 24/7 channels. You get your dog TV, you get your billiard TV. You can sign up at facebook.com/letsgetstreaming to send me a message. Use that QR code in the top right, and we'll see you soon. Somebody in the YouTube chat room's like, why would they allow Charlie to participate if he's like, I mean, I don't get it really, but doesn't seem fair to the opponents in amateur league if APA, how can Charlie participate? I'm thinking, well, they definitely want him to participate because he's probably the best U.S. wheelchair player there is. I mean, I don't know that to be a fact as far as overall, but he's obviously got a track record of winning the wheelchair events. I mean, there's not that many of them. I know there's another guy from somewhat. I want to say maybe PA or West Virginia that plays pretty good. I've seen him at events. I want to say Steve. I want to say Brandon Elliott probably could have played in this if he just reached out to somebody, if he knew about it.
Sorry, I had to step away for a minute.
Oh, you're stepping away? Yeah, I'm sure. Did you hear what I was saying?
This looks like a pretty spread open rack here. This may be a one where we might see a few balls pocketed before the safety play starts.
Somebody bumped the light on the other table or something.
Are you still there, Mike? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. You can't hear me? Okay. Why?
Sorry about that. I guess I was muted.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to you. I was saying somebody in the chat room was saying that they're like, well, how can Charlie participate in this if he's in the APA, blah 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 blah, and my response was, why wouldn't they want probably one of the most notorious American players competing in this event? I mean, there are other wheelchair players, but there's probably none that are most known as much as Charlie. And this is a world event. I mean, there's guys from all over the place here.
Yeah, and
he ain't stealing either, I promise you. He got beat.
Well, you also have to look at, that's not his only source of income.
Whoa.
He doesn't have a pro rating anywhere, so they're not going to keep him from playing APA for that. 2, he doesn't make all of his money playing pool. He's on Social Security disability.
Yeah, there's no way would he.
Man. Hold on a second, Mike.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Mute that for a second. She was gonna get me a chicken salad sandwich. I tried the turkey. It was. Okay. Yeah, let me look. But I did eat the orange sherbet. Yeah, I'm gonna go for.
Of course he did. Oh my god.
If you have time, I'd rather you do it. Because if I leave it the night shift, it may not get done. Yeah, it's so hard. I'm saying to do it. Not. I would do that for a 6. Okay. So chicken salad sandwich and baked Lay's. Baked Lay's. Yeah. Kyla was gonna get that for me, and I think she probably forgot.
That's going in. No, it didn't. I thought it was going in off the 7.
I have returned.
Oh yeah. Of course you got to eat your sherbet.
Sad it's the best tasting thing on the menu. I can't say it's all that bad.
Look at this shot. Reverse bank. Almost. Oh, wow. Scratches. I mean, this 4-ball is really in a strange spot. The 7 is blocked. That was a close hit, right? I figure he's just gonna open this up. That's probably what I would do, because now you're betting that the table is gonna be your friend, because your opponents.
You know how you have commentators for football and basketball and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for this pool match.
You're going to be getting another chicken salad sandwich.
Oh, well. They told me turkey, and I tried it. It was okay, but the gravy's kind of nasty. So
Yeah. Oh,
I ate the sherbet, which is going to make it all super high. But
Hold on, Derek.
the milk was when I had my cheese. When I'm not in the hospital, I don't eat bread. Yeah. But everything here, if you don't eat it with bread or with pasta or with rice, you don't get any kind of anything.
Oleksandr with the one pocket shot. Almost made it.
And then I'll give you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're all right, man.
Got a little bit more expanded view here.
There you
I can
go.
see a little better.
Hey, he made a 2-rail kick bank.
Nice shot on the double. He tried to scratch.
Wow. Pretty accurate shot making there. That's a long distance with a small angle.
Got pretty sporty shape on the next ball to the side. You may even think to duck. No. But I think he'll play this ball on the right up to the top corner, and if it doesn't go, it'll hang and kind of block the 8. He'll play it a speed shot.
Yeah.
Perfect execution.
Oh, man. That's like frustrating as heck. You come to the table, you're like, are you serious right now? Because that ball won't go past that. You can cross bank this. One pocket snooker style.
Yeah. What are your odds on making that cross corner like that?
Probably very low.
Yeah. I see Charlie playing down table on this. What is that, the 9?
It's a pink, what is that, 14 then?
The 14?
I think so.
Yeah, he'll play this one down. Make it or miss it. He's still got the other ball in the same area. Uh-oh. He left the bank shot, though.
Yeah, he did. I've seen a couple guys make some banks on this table. It's got to be hard of the pocket. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to hit him dead perfect.
I mean, this has got a little bit of a chance. Pinch this ball, a little bit of right. Or not. He's trying to make that ball.
Probably a smart move trying to make that ball. Kind of in a pickle here.
Like,
playing over top of a ball.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm playing on a bar table, I'm probably kicking at that 15 because you know it's going to go. But here, if you miss it, you're going to leave the 8, so.
Yeah.
I think he can't help but leave Charlie a reasonable out. Wow, okay.
Well, he got it out that. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely favors the Ukrainian at this point.
I agree there. So did John Ash comment on our thing here?
He watches on Facebook, but for some reason Facebook hasn't been showing me that I've had any viewers. Oh, he's watching.
Well,
There he is. He didn't say nothing, though. Facebook is
Okay.
not reporting numbers accurately. He said, good to hear your voice, yeah.
Hi out there to you, John. Getting to watch a good pool night chair between two great Parasport billiards players.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow, and what a shot
It might
that was.
scratch, but does the 8 go anywhere even with ball in hand? This is probably not. Referee's going to watch this one like a hawk. I know that. Yeah, watch this hit. Good. Wow. Ricky, the referee's got his work cut out for him here.
For sure.
Wow, I'm surprised he did that. Isn't he supposed to? I mean, it doesn't matter really because he's up 5-1, but I figured he would just hair thin feathered off that ball and try to keep the 8 ball still hidden.
You never know. He might have tried to do it that way and just got it too thick. I mean, because if it's right there on that, if it's right on the round part and you have to get it all the way down table and you just want to thin it, and instead of thinning it, you hit a little thick and it hits that rounded part of the pocket, you don't know where it's going.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. All right, it's 5-2 in favor of Charlie now if you're just watching or trying to see what's going on here. They do have slated races to 7, but most of the games don't go that way because they have a 2-hour match clock. So if you're ahead at the end of 2 hours, you're the winner anyway. Otherwise, if it's tied, you go into a shootout, which I've seen a couple of them. They were pretty exciting. So
is it like the...
You better practice your spot shots. Yep.
Was it spot shots?
Yeah, it's like playing horse.
I like the shootout for the ultimate pool.
Oh, yeah.
The rack is 6 ball, and then
pool,
whoever has the lowest...
John Ash is going to be like, TvMike's going to start talking. I've had some conversations with him about my feelings about some of those rules, but...
Well, it's there to speed thing up.
I get it. It's a little exciting, I guess, but I made one on the break, which is actually kind of rare. I know that referee. It's kind of wild to see him out here. He's from Michigan.
Where is this being played?
Los Angeles, California, at the Convention Center.
Nice venue. That makes me wonder whether Corey is there for the regular Joy Hayball.
They're not having
But
one.
these-
This is just the Parasport.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no like open division. It's just this is what it is. There's 3 divisions: women's, the standing event, where if you're not in the wheelchair, and then there's the wheelchair event.
Wow.
That's what I asked Zach. I was like, so there's no other, open tournament or He's like, no, it's just this for an entire week. They get their own event. Seen some really cool stuff. Some amazing shots, and just to be able to address a ball, some of these guys just blows me away, really. I mean, like I said, the guy that plays with his feet exclusively is just like a feat of nature in so many aspects. I think I'm going to do his next match because it's just so wild. And he makes balls and he wins and he's still in the tournament.
Well, I'm glad that they have something like this that puts a little extra money out for people that are a little less fortunate when it comes to a disability of any sort.
Yeah, like I said, they're trying to get this in the Olympics.
Yeah. I know that when Charlie won in Vegas this year, first prize was only $2,500.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how many competitors they have in the APA event.
For as much money as the APA makes, I think they'd split it up a little more for those less fortunate, but that doesn't always happen.
Sure, yeah. And in this event, Digital Pool has all the info. I gotta look at the bracket real quick. I think it was like 60 players. I'll tell you immediately. The wheelchair has 67 players. The women has 14. And the standing division has 57. Oh, at the bottom it says it's not reported to Fargo rate. I mean, that's Zach. That's funny.
That's funny stuff, yeah.
I figure on a bar table, Charlie would be about a 600 speed. But his Fargo's way lower than that. He doesn't have much robustness. I thought he would have much more robustness, but no.
Well, he's like a lot of players out there. He doesn't like the way Fargo reports and does their handicapping.
Well, if he doesn't play BCA and he doesn't play in a lot of the
right
other events, he wouldn't have too much robustness. Oh man, I don't know, that 5 or the 3 and the 6, that's not laying good. I don't know if I guess the 5 will go by it. Still got about 20 minutes left in this match, but for Charlie not to win it, it'd have to be like the San Andreas Fall erupts. They're in California.
Thought for a second he might try and carom that ball to open those up. But
still a safety.
yeah, pretty good one too. I mean, he left sight of the balls that this gentleman has.
Wow, he went for the back cut. He could have just tried to play it off the 2 to try to like steal the hole or something, but
that might have been the big give. You know, I'm to the point where I've got no chance to win. Swing for the fences.
I mean, he probably already knows it anyway, really, but like if Charlie lets him get back to the table, this isn't laying too bad as long as the cue ball ain't all the way down there, because he's got all three of his balls are down here, including the 8.
Floated down all right. I think it looked like he was trying to float it a little more than that, but we shall see.
Yeah, he doesn't have really good position. I mean, I think the 4 will pass the 2, but it's really close. And either way, he's going to leave his opponent something here. If he didn't, he made it. Kurt Wenyak, what's up?
This right here is a tough shot. With those rounded pockets, it's almost impossible to cut that down the rail with any kind of spin to it and make the ball. Might have just left him out here. Is that the 7 up by the side?
Yeah, that is a 7.
I don't know. I don't think I like that move.
I don't know why you would do that, really.
I would have tried to cut it and hope I could get back to the other side of the table for the 10 and then deal with what I had. I understand making the ball. He was trying to take that pocket away, but he hit that ball too thin and it rolled out.
Look at this speed shot.
Yeah, he drew it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to draw over to that right long rail, have a shot on the 8. Looks here as if maybe his best bet is to like thin off the 8 and go all the way up table.
2 rails, yeah. That's the protection shot.
Push the 8 over on top of the other ball, something of that nature. But I'm pretty sure this cue ball is going to be up by the head string. Oh no, he plays the 4
rails.
The 4 railer. Oh wow, that would have been an exciting finish. Had me all amped. That was a great shot.
I mean, a lot of times, you can't tell if they really missed the ball that bad because the pockets are just so brutal. Because to me, it looks like, how do you miss that ball? The 10 ball.
I agree, but...
All right, Charlie's up 6-2 with probably...
I concede.
Yeah, he says it's good, sir. I'm going to save my mileage. Because, there's still 10, 15 minutes left, but fair enough. All right, so Charlie will advance, and our friend from the Ukraine is out. Dzhulai. I think that's
So that will put Charlie in the top 16.
Yeah, mathematically speaking, you're right, because the first round is 32, and then if you lose, you're just out. So.
Yep.
Let me see who he plays here next.
I think the last time I talked to you, I didn't tell you what my view is, but I get a view to the open end of the shoe here in Ohio Stadium. I'm looking out the 11th floor window, and the horseshoe is right there.
Oh,
It'll be
okay.
lit up like Christmas on Saturday with Ohio State and Tennessee coming in to play in the football playoffs.
Okay, he's gonna play. He's gonna play a guy by the name of Dave Beaumont from Great Britain. I'm assuming because Dave's up 5-2, the match is still going, but it's less than 10 minutes to go, so that'll be the winner. And his next match will be at 6 o'clock. Oh, actually, it's right away then. He doesn't have much time to rest. So we could either do that, or we could go back and do the standing event with the foot superstar. Or any number of other games, actually, that are going on. The arena table is going to be, well, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but he's from India, Venk, versus Lee Chiotti. I did stream him before. That's the guy that has the two shortened arms. He's down to his forearms, but the guy makes balls like unbelievably. He spears them center pocket. That'll be on the arena table. And then I have my choice of whatever I want to do here. I guess we can do Charlie's next game, or we can do the other guy. It's kind of tough to pick.
Well, I would say you just did Charlie, do the other guy, and then if Charlie makes it on another round, you're going to have him in the round of 8 as well.
Yeah, it'll get down to a point where they'll probably grab Charlie for the TV table anyway. If he keeps winning, obviously.
For sure of that.
Yeah, do you want to do the next one? Or you want to rest, take a nap? I don't blame you either way. It's up to you. You should.
I'm game.
You got to watch this guy though, man. He's unbelievable. Like the heart this kid has. I don't know how old he is. He looks really young, and it's just amazing to watch how this guy just even gets to the table and does everything. So that's at 6. So I'm gonna run a couple promos. I'll stop the stream and I'll restart it, and I'll set it up for ping.
Okay.
And
well,
then you don't have to go anywhere technically, but you can just stay on the line and.
Well, I'll probably mute it out because.
Yeah, that's fine.
The PCA will be coming to help me take my bath. I have to wipe down with special soap because of the dialysis port that I have.
Oh. All right, well, that match
have to
starts
be
at
sterile
6,
cleaned and
so
stuff.
yeah, you can stick around or just come back when you want, whatever.
Okay,
All right, thanks, buddy.
sounds good. No
Okay,
problem.
yeah, bye-bye. See you in a minute. This is our new fireworks application launched for Fire Sticks and Android devices. If you got an iPhone, you can hit us up for another platform. But you get all your movies, TV series, all your sports, and 24/7 channels. You get your dog TV, you get your billiard TV. You can sign up at facebook.com/Let's Get Streaming to send me a message. Use that QR code in the top right, and we'll see you soon. It's kind of like that. It's not really a flat one. The Dave. And hopefully I get it right, because this is only about my 55th take on this commercial. Serious. At like 4 in the morning. Over 10 years ago, I joined the Jacoby Custom Cues family as a sponsored authorized dealer. Jacoby Custom Cues are made in America. Hit me up to get a great deal. Let's take a few minutes to go over some of our products. The Blackout Cue, it comes as a brake jump or a straight breaker, available in a multitude of colors. Get the deluxe version with the sport grip for the added power and strength. Also, our featherweight and heavy hitter brake cues are available. Check out the Element collection for a nice colorful entry-level experience. Sometimes I call those colored laminates. Move up to the HB series or the Heritage series of cues, or come down for the Mag 1 or the Mag 2. They're our standard line of cues. They come in all kinds of colors. Hit me up, ask me what you want, I'll tell you what I got. Let's move on to some of the shafts. Our Black 4, that's our most recent black shaft, carbon fiber. You can also get a keel wood and all kinds of pins and variants. You got an Ultra Pro, you got a maple shaft. You can check out our original jump cues, maybe the new Nano jump cue, maybe the Extreme Jumper. We got everything you want. Hit me up if you want an extension. I get those out all the time. This is TvMike. I'm an authorized dealer. Hopefully, I can close this file out. Thanks. This is impregnated burl. We got work on the butt cap. I mean, that's a really nice wood. This one's a bit more than those other ones. There's more work in it. It's orange hybrid. I mean, all the woods are highly figured. And you got wood in the inlays and the points. So this says impregnated burl cocobolo. I could actually ask the guy exactly what wood this is, but that's that one. Alright guys, here's another one that's right up my wheelhouse. I seen this one at the shop a couple months ago and I was like, I need to get this one. It's a really interesting blue. Look at that. It's like blue. It's called a snake skin. See? It's impregnated burl snake skin. It's got a black shaft with it. 12.3 version 4.0. It's 2200. I mean, it's really nice. It's got points, snake skin. This was not a customized commission blank. But, and it's also got these, that's not turquoise, but they're blue. I mean, it's kind of turquoise, but it's not turquoise. The stone that we use in cues, but you got some interesting wood patterns. You got to look real close, but you can see rings in the wood. That's probably cocoa, but it's real nice. I know somebody's gonna want it real quick, and obviously these are all one of ones, and when they're gone, they're gone. See, 3 of 24 just came out. Just came out. Hit me up, guys. And if you like this one, but you don't like it enough to buy it, message me. I'll show you a lot more cues that you probably will like. So this looks a little more yellow because the light is yellow. These are more like a dark, well, there's two colors in these rings. They're a bit lighter. They're not as yellow, but anyways. I mean, this is a really nice piece of pearl. You got some other rings up here in segments. Those are olive wood rings, actually. This is impregnated burl cocobolo. This is cocobolo, obviously. The brown wood. Yep. So this light makes it look a little bright orange. It's not so much orange. I can take it out of this light and you'll see the difference. See, it changes. This is more like the real light because this is sunlight coming in the bathroom, but yeah, this is like completely unique. Nobody even knows how this was made, actually. Thanks. Alright, everyone, we're outside in the natural sunlight taking a look at this cue that somebody wants to get some better pictures of. Obviously, I don't need to say anything. This thing is pretty incredibly unique. $2,700 out the door. And this will not last long, I promise you that. Alright, here's another one. This would be like the sister to that cube, pretty much. I mean, this is incredible. Hybrid blank. Either one of this or the purple one would look great with a black shaft. This is pink, red, white, sparkles, bloody jasper and the red rings and the diamonds. So yeah, just like the other cue, this one's $2,700 out the door. Hit me up if you want it. Obviously, when somebody gets it, it's gone. It's that simple. Alright, here's another one that somebody wanted to take a look at. This is a really nice spalted maple. It's got like textures in it, obviously. But this is the story. Turquoise rings offset this amazing epoxy hybrid artistic combination. I mean, it's one of a kind, insane. More spalted maple. And this is in direct sunlight, so this looks really accurate with the colors. $2,200 out the door. It's 18.9 ounces. Wowza. Alright, here we go. This is a teal dyed maple burl with obviously a epoxy resin hybrid combination. I mean, you're not going to see anything like this. It's got a nice wrap on it up into a full segment. With little dashes of color. Here we have another hybrid piece. Impregnated Buckeye Burl, Bird's Eye Maple up here. And then you have Purple Heart, which is a nice addition. And then you also have Bloody Jasper. So there is a lot of resin in this piece. A very plum type color. And also those little purple rings. Nice addition. Of course, as always, this is a one of one. So if you like it, you better hit me up. Thank you. I did some of these already, but I'm redoing it in this light. It's more of a whiter light. It's under my kitchen sink, actually. So obviously this one is a really nice piece of Bird's Eye Maple, really clean. This is azurite, which we use in cues, in these rings. Now it just so happens to completely match the custom resin part. Double segments. I mean, this is just absolutely wild. And the maker of these made a few in this style, so you recognize a few more of this type of piece with this type of patterns. I mean, you see all the colors that they sparkle. Really shows up great. Of course, it's a one of one. Get it while you can. So here we have basically the companion to that Bird's Eye cue, except this is ebony